I would like to introduce. Wiser.
All right. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Web C Builds. Tonight, we're just hanging out. I'm kind of looking at this diorama. I'm starting to get some pieces glued together. I glued my first piece. It's drying. You can see it's still kind of wet. So, this is the diorama I'm working on. Let's move this piece out of the way so we can talk to you about the diorama. All right. I got a light bulb over here that I can turn on too. So shed some light on all this. Look at that. Okay. So, here's the diorama. Now, this is a moving door. There's going to be a roof right here. Go ahead and put that in place. But one of the caveats about this roof is right here is going to be destroyed. And there's going to be a waterfall that comes from right here. And it's going to hit right here. But so I want to destroy a section of this roof and everything and kind of make it look collapsed in. Now, when we open it up, we'll be able to see what's in here. We'll be able to see the collapsed roof and all that fun stuff collapse down. So that's something we're going to do probably with a heated tool of some sort that can carve plastic real fast and easy, and it'll leave a jagged look and melted parts and stuff. It'll make it look really cool. Then we're going to paint this. This is also going to get painted. I'm thinking of I have a space blue that I like, that I call space blue. Anyways, I used it on several other diorama scene builds and stuff, and it looks really nice. So I think it'll fit with this diorama build. Up next, you see this giant mountain of foam. This is my hand, to give you an idea. My hand is over 8.5 inches long. So that's almost 19 inches, or almost 16 inches. If we go from here, that's 8.5, 8.5. So it's about where I want it to cut off. Is right at about 8.5. I will spin it around here so we can look at the backside, see what I got going on and how I accomplished all this. I got a lot of work to do still, and there will be some things moving around. Go ahead and move this bad boy around so we can see what's going on the backside, because that's where we're going to be working today. Anyways, so the first thing we want to do is we want to create the top. You know, that's like a big thing that we want to do. We want to make that top part first, right? So that's what we're working on. Um, I feel like I may have gotten overzealous and may have lifted up this a little bit higher than I need it, which means I can come down here and take a foam board out of here and use a foam board from down here and distribute it everywhere. Now, the piece that I just showed you that I had painted, this piece here, we're going to cut it, then it's going to become part of the mountain here, and it's gonna finish closing off the mountain. So it's going to be this side of the mountain. That's what this piece is going to do, and then we'll put rocks and we'll shape it and everything still. I believe we're going to be shaping with a Dremel. We'll be using a Dremel to do shaping, and I have a special tool. We're going to take a test piece and we'll do test stuff, and we can actually take that out and check that tonight. We can look at that. If I can find my Dremel kit. I think my Dremel kit's over here. Okay. I see my Dremel, but I do not see my Dremel kit. It's one of those things that's hard to find. Go ahead. What's down here? What's down here? And then I moved. Interesting. Um, so yeah, I have a Dremel kit. I also have a smaller Dremel kit. Super lot easier to use and pull out stuff. Has everything I needed. So all these bits right there, those are what I'll probably use. What I got. Um, I got a bunch more, but I just need a couple. We're gonna go a ball shape. Now the power source for this. I don't know what happened to that power source. And I think it was one I was asking my wife if she knew. Ah, I gotta pull out my Dremel. Well, that sucks. Let's see. Where is the thing? Where's the thing? Sorry, yes. Alright. So when I say I got a Dremel, I mean I got a Dremel. And this Dremel does all the things you could ever ask for it to do. So the only thing I don't have for this kit yet is I do not have the what is it called? Well, I got a carving tool right here on it. We'll see how this works. This is fun. I did ask somebody to come hang out with me tonight, podcast, all that fun stuff. But we'll see if they make it. We're gonna play with this real quick. We're gonna see if this tool does any work, and then we'll check out the next tool in line. Jake, he left it on. All right. Got this little scrap piece here, so let's see what this does. This is not the drill bit we're looking for. Still pretty cool, but it's not the one we're looking for. All right, I keep my tool right here on my thing. Let's try this one. I just want to see if this works on something else too. I wanted to check and see. That was a bit more aggressive than I thought it was. Found out. My bad. So that one don't work for what I was just doing. I'm an idiot for that too, by the way. So this piece isn't the piece we want. However, that was pretty awesome. All right. We can put that part back up there. And we're going to open this one up. It's a big mess in here. But we're going to look for one of our metal carving bits. Let's do a reverse. Let's do a reverse. I think this one will work real good. So, well, besides it getting me full of dust, we made some stones, or what looks close to stone. Well, this is probably a project I should be doing outside. So this tool works. The tool that I got in here works. So that's cool. Let's see what else works. for this project. Put that there. Grab ourselves another tool that might work. Now, what I was also thinking is maybe one of these will work. Let's see if one of these works. See what this does to it first. Backside, not much on it. I really don't like that. I don't like that one. I already know those aren't going to be good. Let's see if a fine pointed metal piece works good. Alright. Alright, there's crap all over me. Deuce it. Come on. Just like it, Sam, I am. Just like it, green eggs in here. All right. Well, we're at that time of the show where I'm going to go ahead and bring up what's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. If you haven't seen it already, come check it out. Scroll across the bottom of that screen and tell me what you think. I don't know. Look at it. Tell me what does it say. I'm just being a jerk. I know what it says already. So I was just wondering if you guys are going to cooperate, talk with me about it. No, nobody wants to talk about it. That's all right. You don't have to. Head on to ClarksvilleHobbyDepot.com and use that code WebCOfficial. That's WebC with a dash between the B and the C, like you see it on the screen. WebCOfficial. And you get 10% off a purchase of $25 or more when you head on to the Clarksville Hobby Depot and use that discount code. So head on over there, use that code, and let them know WebC sent you. Yeah. I'm going to go vacuum myself off with a high-powered vacuum real quick because I'm starting to get itchy. So I'll be right back. Well, here's what we do now. Power tools make carving foam fun. All right. We got to do that outside. Totally operable. Optionable. We'll set that up out there. Yeah, all this stuff going on, I know. Crazy, huh? All right. You got some on my face. Yeah. Yeah, we're just having fun, having a blast, hanging out. I really wasn't planning on trying to like fasten anything down yet. Because I want to build it from the top down. Or to do that. Figure out. I think it's this purple one can come out. But these are all set up a certain way. So I don't think it's going to be that easy. I think what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to lower this here down. My Coca-Cola cave? Yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing. Alright. So, the glue dries rather fast. That's a good thing. And it works on this foam board that I got. So that was one of the things I was worried about. Now that we know. Alright. So let's go ahead and take this down in sections. I also got skewers in here holding some things together. Nothing permanent, obviously. Woohoo! Okay. So get all these boards. Okay. So we got this board, this board. One, two. I think we want to put this board together. I think this is a board we can glue now. We can do the gluing on this board. Right. Yeah. I'm gonna take a shower in a little bit. Don't worry, guys. Then I'm gonna vacuum up my whole workspace now. So I feel grody. Just ask my dog if she got taken care of. All right. This is gonna be the bottom. So these. Okay. Slouch off. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking for this one and this one, this here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, oh, when that happens, this, this is where I want this box to be. Yeah, so we're just hanging out, having a good time, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for stopping by. That's fixed. cut cardboard, or cutting this foam board. Right. It's that time again. We're just going to hit up and say, hey, check out ClarksvilleHobbyDepot.com. Use that discount code WebCOfficial. That's WebC with the dash between the B and the C, like I spell it on the screen. Official for a discount of $10 off a purchase of $25 or more. Head on over there and check that super sweet deal out at ClarksvilleHobbyDepot.com. All right. And what we're doing right now is we're going to glue these two sections together. I got to get some gloves on. And the reason why this glue is caustic. I don't know how else to say it. Caustic. It's okay to breathe. It's not like super fumy, but man, it gets on your hands and it feels awful. It's not a fun feeling. However, I do like to just use my fingers to spread it around instead of wasting brushes and stuff. So some gloves, perfect quick brush. All right, so we're going to take and we're going to put the glue around this section here, and then we will put the glue on the bottom of this pink side as well. So, show you what we're going to do. Here's our glue. It's just hobby glue. Okay, so we're just going to put a few dabs, small thin line. We'll spread that out. Uh-oh. It's okay, this glue will cut off and everything. It'll probably be harder to cut through once it's glued, so we're not trying to glue all the way out to the edges. We only want to glue a little bit of this, okay? And now that's primed. Now we know this whole edge is going to touch that. So we can actually get this whole edge glued. Thing? A little bit right there like that. First like that. Now we're going to spread this out so it's so thin it's like a tack and you can feel the separation of the two pieces, or of the glue from the stuff. So this is going to be one of our pieces that won't be negotiable after we put it together. Which is understandable. Like, Let's see. Well, guys, it always happens once or twice. I don't know what to do to fix it. So, uh, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait till it dries, and then we'll break it here, and we'll break it here, and then we'll just flip it. Because, I knew I was doing it. I was worried that that was gonna happen. I primed the wrong side on the first piece. Wasn't the second piece. Like I was all worried about the second piece getting primed wrong. And I know I could like take it apart, possibly. Only put the holes in these. So if I did take it apart, good. I could get the top. Yeah, you know, I think it's gonna just be just fine with this. Think we should switch it? Think we should fix it? What's up? Who's hanging out in the chat box? You're watching, you can comment. If you can comment, you can chat. How's it going? That's what we got going on. So the idea is this is gonna go here as like a cave for filler. So this will go here. And we're just gonna build everything up around it again. So yeah, that's what we got going on. So it's not really just getting these certain pieces done, but I made it upside down, so I need to take it apart, which is gonna be fun. Okay. This piece needs to come down here. So, okay. I messed up, so I gotta hurry up and. Okay. Okay. Sucks, but I did. Let's go. now I gotta hurry up and hustle and get a few. Yes, we are still live. Mistakes can be made. Fixes can be done. So I was carving these holes out, and I was going to glue the two pieces together to strengthen them, and that didn't work. So now we're at a phase where now we need to sit and let this dry. And we're at the near the end of the show for the night. I suppose so. And then yeah, so we're at the end of the show for the night. I did a bunch of uh point checks and stuff on some stuff, checking out what these things can help us do and all that, all the fun things. So we have that. We will get this all glued together. Um, and then what comes after this section is the fun section, the fun stuff. So don't worry, guys. We got plenty to go. This is all great and fun and stuff. So this is what it look like, what it do, and yeah. So now we just have to wait for this stuff to glide. We need to wait for this stuff to dry, and I believe it takes about an hour, a little more than an hour to dry. So we won't be doing anything else. We've done as much as we can do. I'm going to take these gloves off. I never want to waste gloves, so we're only going to put them on and take them off when we have to. Oh, man, that sweat. All right. So that is that, and this is this, and we are here. We're at the end of the show for the night, guys. Um, it's been another wonderful Friday night, Web C Builds. Thank you for joining me on this adventure with this diorama kit. And don't forget to also check out my awesome LEDs over here on the other screen. That's what you've been looking at is my Tony Stark. He's hanging out with wireless LEDs, and those two rings right there are called Taurus coils, and they light up. And I'll show you what they do. You see the beam saver? Look, it's not on anymore, but I put it back in the field. It turns back on. Okay, in the field, on. Out of the field, off. In the field, on. Out of the field, off. Isn't that cool? So that's what happens when the beam effect is like that. Um, yeah. So have fun with that. Like I said, we're definitely at the end of the show. We got about 7 minutes left. I'm just gonna tidy up all these boards real quick, so my wife doesn't get home and go, "What happened?" It's all just stuff, dude. So we're gonna get them all organized and tidied up into their stack sizes. No, nothing. No board was in place permanently. They're just in shape and size for the layers I need to make. That's kind of what those boards were all for. I've got 3 different shapes. I've got triangles. I've got rectangles, and I've got big rectangles. And then I've got these other weird, this other weird shape that I have to have over here. This is what the front is going to look like once it's done. We've got all this. This comes and sits right here still. Well, most of it, majority of it, it will sit right there like that. So then how we're going to be gluing this together is going to be mainly from the top down. So once I get every piece cut the way I like it and the way I'd want it to stay, then we're going to put everything together. This piece will slope here to help create more stuff. So that's what's next is we got to build it up to get this piece here. And then what that looks like is this piece goes here, and then this piece is going to go on top to help be the filler. And so we'll have this much space inside of here that'll be filler. This can all come out afterwards, but we need it in place so that it creates stability up here until we get it all glued and mounted properly. Then once that happens, we're good to go. We're set. We're on the right path. So, yeah, We got this piece. It's all nice and glued up. It's so nice. It's almost done. Just push it together one more time to squeeze out any more of those little, see those little white spots? It came out on both sides. We want that to dry fast, so we squeeze those out, and those will dry faster now. All right. Where are we? What else do we got? That's it, right? We're done. We got our stacks made. We got our sections glued, but they're not permanent. Well, some of them aren't. Some of them are. And don't worry. So the building is tucked into its little home, but we can pull it out just a little bit to make sure. All right. And I did do some more editing over there on that. All right. So I'm saying so a lot because I'm just out of things to say. So yeah. So yeah. And so again. I'm so horrible with it. Stop saying that word. Here we go. This is the end of the episode. I love you all. Thank you all in the world for coming and joining my day. I don't say I love you a lot, but thank you for joining my day. And maybe you can have a good day too. So, miigwech, gigawabaman. Till we see you again.